So Rick, how does a supposedly loving God allow for suffering in the world?
That is a really difficult question that theologians have wrestled with for centuries. I think it starts with how Christians view God, and that is as Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, three persons in one being, and they're a family. And when they create humanity, they invite humanity into the family. So there's this invitation for us to be part of the family of God. Unfortunately, we said no to that invitation and went our own way. And then you end up with this divorce. The family never really gets off the ground. And you have broken people and a broken world and a broken relationship with God. And so part of what we experience is the brokenness of that world, that God allows the consequences of our choices to play themselves out in our timeline. However, he's unsatisfied with that. And so he initiates a process of reconciliation through his leaders in the Old Testament and the people of Israel. And that finally comes to Jesus, who is also a Jew descended from these same leaders in the Old Testament. And he's the one who comes in person to teach us about God's ways and to suffer and die for us. So he experiences what we experience. And he invites us once again to join that family of God. And if we do join the family of God, then we become part of that family and we join God's team to go out into the world to bring healing and repair to a broken world. And that's God's method for inviting the world back to himself, is to send his people out in his name, to be his hands and feet, to do his work, to bring people back to God and alleviate suffering in the world.